Approving time in Employee Central for managers and supervisors. Employee Central Timesheet. In SuccessFactors, the Employee Central Timesheet is where time worked by non-exempt Purdue employees is tracked, edited, and ultimately submitted to be used for payroll. Because the timesheet is integrated with the rest of employees' information in SuccessFactors, it accounts for items such as work schedules, vacation, and holiday schedules. Timesheets frequently require manager approval before being routed to payroll. Definition: time recording profiles. Negative duration entry. Employees assign this entry method only record exceptions to their working time, according to their schedule. Examples: overtime and callback. When an exception is recorded, it flows to their supervisor-manager for approval at the end of the week. Employees are instructed to complete all time entries exceptions directly following their final shift of each week. Positive duration entry. Employees assign this entry method record the number of hours they worked each working day. Employees are instructed to submit all timesheets directly following their final shift of each week. Timesheets in SuccessFactors are in a one-week format. This means for each bi-weekly pay period, supervisors will approve 2 timesheets per employee. Definition: timesheet approval. Managers' requirements for approving timesheets vary slightly based on the time recording profile of their employees. For positive duration employees, managers are required to approve each timesheet submitted and any amended timesheets. For negative duration employees, managers are not prompted to approve timesheets unless the employee has recorded any exceptions to, or deviations from, their regular schedule. Note: managers will receive notification of all approval requests. Notification will be given via email as well as within the Employee Central homepage through the To-Do portlet and the To-Do tile. Timelines. Timesheet approval. Supervisor approvals are due at 12 p.m. on the Tuesday following the end of each pay period. After 12 p.m. on Tuesday, all timesheets are pushed to payroll for payment. Timesheets or exceptions that are not approved by a supervisor can be reviewed and edited but will be removed from the approval queue. Each Monday, business office staff will provide the time details report to each supervisor. This report will allow you to audit time and time off and allow more time to resolve concerns. Work with your employees and/or take action within SuccessFactors to resolve any issues shown on the report. Definition: submission and approval timeline. SuccessFactors Employee Central timesheets are submitted on a weekly basis, meaning managers will approve timesheets that are based on a single week. Because Purdue operates on a bi-weekly pay period, managers are required to approve timesheets once every 2 weeks. Employees' view of their timesheet is shown below. Access and navigation. From the Employee Central homepage, approval requests can be accessed in one of 2 ways. By opening the To-Do portlet, or by clicking the Approve Requests tile under To-Do items. Pending timesheet approval requests will be listed here within My Workflow Requests. Each timesheet will display the employee's basic information as well as the timesheet week, the planned and recorded working times, and the date of submission. Managers can choose to approve requests directly from this page without viewing the detailed timesheet. Requests can be approved individually or en masse. To open a detailed breakdown of hours recorded, click on the target timesheet. The right side of the timesheet displays employee information and the timesheet activity log that includes items such as dates of submission and comments left by the employee or manager. If the timesheet is an amendment to a previously submitted timesheet, The original timesheet will be available for viewing by clicking the link. This displays the previously submitted timesheet that the amendment will replace. There are two categories within the detailed breakdown of hours: timesheet entry and time valuation result. A comments box is located toward the bottom of the timesheet. Buttons to delegate, decline, and approve the timesheet are located in the bottom right. Presentation and organization of hours within the timesheet. Hours displayed in the workflow requests window include planned working time and recorded working time. Planned working time reflects time that the employee is scheduled to work that week. This number does not reflect holiday hours. Recorded working time reflects time that the employee either worked or for which the employee requested a leave, such as sick time or vacation. For a detailed breakdown of hours recorded, open the timesheet. The timesheet entry section displays all items that were initiated by the employee while within their Employee Central timesheet. This primarily includes hours worked and callback premiums. The date the hours were entered and the number of hours are listed in addition to an option to view more details. Recall that this section displays only the information initiated by the employee within their timesheet, so leaves such as sick time and vacation are not displayed here since they are initiated through another area of success factors. Holiday hours are not reflected here either because they are pre-populated based on the employee's schedule. The time valuation section displays all hours that will be used to calculate the employee's pay. This includes hours already reflected in the above timesheet entry section as well as holidays, leaves, and all other pay types. The date the hours are associated with is displayed along with the number of hours, cost center, and pay type code. This section provides the complete picture of the employee's time value for the week. Review this slide and click the Continue button when ready to move on to examples. Examples of presentation and organization of hours within the timesheet. An example of overtime will be shown next. This employee worked 41 hours during a scheduled 40-hour workweek. The workflow requests page displays all 41 hours under recorded working time. Notice that the employee left a comment regarding the additional hours stating that she worked late on Tuesday. The timesheet entry reflects this additional hour occurring on Tuesday. The time valuation result, however, does not reflect the hour of overtime until the end of the week, Friday, only after 40 hours have been surpassed. This next timesheet is an example of how leave time is reflected on the timesheet. The employee went home sick on Thursday of this week. She worked half of the day and used 4 hours of sick time for the other half of the day. Notice the workflow requests window displays recorded working time of 40 hours for the planned 40-hour workweek despite the sick time. It is important to remember that this window displays both work time and leaves, so there may be occasions where it appears that the employee worked a full week when they have actually only worked a partial week and requested leave. Note that the timesheet entry section displays only 4 hours of working time for Thursday. The 4 hours of sick leave are not reflected here because this section displays only entries made by the employee within the timesheet, and leaves are requested outside of the timesheet. The time valuation results section, on the other hand, includes the sick leave hours in addition to the working hours. This results in the overall time valuation of 40 hours seen previously in the Workflow Requests window. This week's timesheet will provide an example of how holiday time is reflected in the timesheet. It will also provide another example of leaves. Martin Luther King Jr. Day took place on Monday of this week and the employee requested a vacation day for Tuesday. Recall that holiday hours are not reflected in the plan working time within the Workflow Requests window, so the 8 holiday hours are not included in this total. Remember from the last example that leaves are reflected in recorded working time, so the 32 hours includes the employee's 8 hours of vacation from Tuesday. Notice that only the work time from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is displayed in the timesheet entry section. The entire week's hours, including the holiday and vacation day, are reflected in the time valuation result for a grand total of 40 paid hours this week. An example of callback premiums is included in this timesheet. Holidays and overtime are also in this timesheet. Monday and Tuesday of this week were holidays, New Year's Day and the university holiday. The employee worked full days Wednesday through Friday and was called back to work on Friday evening for an hour to resolve an issue. Recall that Purdue policy requires a 2-hour callback premium to be granted to an employee in the event he or she is called back to work. This employee recorded the 2-hour premium and the additional hour of work time in their timesheet. Note that the plan working time is 24 hours because of the 2 days, or 16 hours, of holiday. The recorded working time of 25 hours reflects the additional hour of work time, but does not include the 2 premium hours. The work time and the callback premium is reflected in timesheet entry. The premium hours are reflected here because employees must enter premium hours directly into their timesheet. The time valuation result displays all pay types for the week, resulting in a grand total of 43 payroll hours. Delegate, decline, and approve. Scenarios may arise where a manager would like to delegate their timesheet approval requests to another individual, either because they do not feel as though they are the best person to make the decision or because they are absent. The delegate action is available within the timesheet and allows the manager to choose which colleague will receive the delegated approval request for a specific timesheet. To delegate the timesheet, navigate to the bottom of the timesheet and click the Delegate button. Select a person to delegate by choosing from the drop-down or typing their name. Click on the target individual's name. Their employment information will appear in the dialog box. After confirming that this is the correct person to delegate the request to, click Send. A final dialog box will confirm the request to delegate. Click Delegate. The request will be routed to the selected individual and a notification will be sent to the employee whose timesheet is being delegated. If a manager believes that a timesheet is inaccurate or is missing information, he or she may decline the timesheet approval request. This action will prompt an email notification to be sent to the employee along with any comments left by the manager in the timesheet. The employee will also see their timesheet status change to declined by approver. To decline a timesheet approval request, scroll to the bottom of the timesheet. If a comment is required, enter it in the comment box and click Post. The new comment will display in the activity log. Click the Decline button. A dialog box confirming the decision to decline will appear. Click Yes. If the timesheet is accurate, it is ready to be approved. The employee's timesheet will be routed to payroll as soon as the manager approves it, and the employee will receive notification that their time has been approved. To approve a timesheet, navigate to the bottom of the timesheet and click Approve. The manager will be directed back to the Workflow Requests window. If all timesheets have been delegated, declined, or approved, they will be absent from this list. Note that upon navigating back to the Employee Central homepage, the Approval Requests tile will now be absent as well if all approval requests have been managed. This concludes the Approving Time in Employee Central for Managers and Supervisors work instruction video. For more information, see the Timekeeping and Payroll section of the SuccessFactors training site.